Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free, impartial advice on all your debt.
This is something that comes along every now and then in generation, and it's special.
Well, good morning, everybody. A very special announcement here today. Of course, we know that this week we are here for the Unified World Heavyweight Championship. Anthony Joshua against Kubrat Pulev, live on Sky Sports Box Office and DAZN around the world. But we're here for a very special announcement this morning. It's gone down very well across social media and within the media this morning that we're delighted to announce a long-term promotional contract with Campbell Hatton, who will make his debut in early 2021. Of course, son of the legendary Ricky Hatton here on the left, and I can't believe we've managed to keep this quiet. I've got the biggest mouth in boxing. I always tell someone, and no one knew about this, and it's a real pleasure to get this off the ground. Ricky, I'll start with you, mate. Welcome, welcome. I remember when we did the Zoom a couple of weeks ago, it's so difficult talking to a fighter's dad, especially a fighter's dad who's a former world champion and a legend. I've been through it with Conor Benn, I've been through it with Chris Eubank Jr. as well. Proud moment for you, your boy ready to turn pro in 2021.
Yeah, a very proud moment, and it's funny that I did very similar years ago when I was a similar age to Campbell. I think it was Nassim Ahmed versus Billy Hardy fight, and I was there at the press week and I turned pro, and I can't believe, you know, all these years on now that I'm getting the chance, you know, to do it with my son Campbell. But no, he's very, very proud. I was proud the minute he was born, and as he's gone on through his life and through his years, he's made me even more prouder, and none more so today, in him turning pro. And the fact that is, thank you to yourself, AJ, and Matchroom Sports for giving him such a platform to announce it on. I mean, if you asked any youngster out there, you know, where could they announce where they were turning professional, to do it on an Anthony Joshua press week, I think they'd absolutely bite your hand off for it, and that's the opportunity that you've given Campbell, and we're eternally grateful for it.
As a father growing up, I know that so many fighters have kids, and when they're still fighting, they always get the question, will you let your son fight? You know, AJ gets it a lot as well. Did you ever envisage this happening? Did you want him to become a professional fighter? And was it a case of, you know, his desire was just too strong to deny him that opportunity?
Yeah, I never wanted him to turn pro. If I'm brutally honest with you, you know, he'll always be my baby. And, you know, but I wanted to turn professional. I didn't want him to turn professional because I thought me turning professional did it so he didn't have to. And he was a little bit of a late bloomer. It took him a while to sort of like get into the boxing. But then when he's got to like a certain age and he started watching videos of me, you know, and he'd get his YouTube out and get the videos out and watch the fights. And the minute he started getting into it more and more and more, I could say to my brother Matthew, he's hooked him, he's got it now, you know, and he's put his heart and soul into it in the last few years, and at the rate he's improved at, because he was a bit of a late bloomer, the rate he's improved at just shows how dedicated he is, how much he listens to us, how much he puts everything into what he does. And it's the last 2 years when me and Matthew started working with him more in the gym, and me and Matthew said to him, I said, listen, he's made for the pro game, and he's going to get he might have half a chance here. And each week in the gym that goes by, he keeps making me believe that even further.
Obviously, you worked very hard, you won titles, you made money. He had a different upbringing to you. What's inside him to see that? You see with other fighters, you know, I know you should never really compare them to Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr., but there are also fighters that have had a more privileged upbringing than their father. We know that in a fight game, generally that privileged upbringing actually doesn't allow you to sometimes go on and achieve. But we've seen with Conor and with Eubank Jr., tough kids as well. And you see the same with Campbell.
It's in the blood. You know, you look at Conor's interviews, and, you know, there's been a few things on Sky where they've shown interviews of Nigel and then interviews of Conor. And it's like you're looking at if you listen to the words, you're hearing the same words, you know. And at the end of the day, you know, when he has a little moments, you know, to himself with me, you know, I say to him, and I say, be better than me, Be better than me. Don't settle for, oh, if I can be as good as my dad. No, be better than me. And that's the attitude he's got, you know, to be honest with you. You know, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a world champion, watch Man City and listen to Oasis. And that's exactly what he does. He's like, you know, but the minute I think you see his fighting style, every minute will be, oh, it was like with Conor, it was, oh, it's Nigel's son, or Campbell, it's Ricky's son. The minute you see him fight, and the minute you see him do an interview, put a mic under his mouth, and you see the type of style he's got and the type of person he is, you know, the fans, my fans will be his fans, not for me, for Campbell. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, I'm very excited about the future. I think we brought him up in the right directions for him to be confident but humble, you know, be aggressive, but you have your wits about you and all them things, and that's what's going to get him to the top, them attributes. And he doesn't need me. Eventually he's going to have to do it on his own. I can't do it for him. He'll have to do it on his own, and I think he will.
Campbell, welcome to the team. It's gone down tremendously well this morning. Very, very exciting. Obviously, we had our first Zoom meet a couple of weeks ago, and it's here, you know, building now towards your pro debut in early 2021.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Just want to say thanks to Eddie and Anthony Joshua for letting me make the announcement on here. Couldn't ask for a better platform, and buzzing for it to be finally announced. A few weeks building up. Can't wait to get going now.
You are young, but you are a father as well. You look the part. You talk in a very mature manner as well. You feel like this is the right time for you to turn professional now. You know the level of expectation, the pressure that's on you as well, but you're ready to embrace it and have a real crack at this sport.
Yeah, definitely. There will be pressure that comes with it. That's a given. But the way I train, and it's something that drives me. Because like my dad touched on, he said people will be thinking Ricky Hatton's son, but I'm working towards getting away from that, and I'm going to be Campbell Hatton, not Ricky Hatton's lad. And the way I train, that's what's coming.
Manchester is a tremendous city. We saw two great Manchester fighters in Anthony Crolla and Scott Quigg retire for the sport. They always get behind their own. You're going to have a mad following up there. Mad following, people getting on this journey, excited to see what Campbell Hatton's going to bring, but you're certainly going to have a whole city behind you.
Yeah, definitely. There's a special atmosphere at the Manchester Arena. Some of the nights we've watched, like Scott Quigg, Anthony Crolla, like my dad, like a couple of my favourite fighters, Michael Gomez, Jamie Moore, and I want to add my name to that. I want to put them special nights on and get Manchester supporting me.
I think when some early fighters started, you know, we can't shy away from the fact that you do have a legend as a father in the sport of boxing. But when we talk about Conor and we talk about Eubank Jr., it was a slow start for them. You know, Conor particularly, the levels of improvement that he has made since he turned pro. I remember watching him at his professional debut and I was sort of wondering what we'd done here. You know, it was almost like a gimmick. But the levels now to turn him into a world-class welterweight as well. Do you feel that you need that kind of movement as well? You know, we're going to take our time. We spoke with Ricky as well, develop you in the right way. But I know you're an aggressive kid. I know you love to fight. And we're probably going to have to rein you back at times. Yeah,
definitely. I can't wait to get going now. There's no mad rush. I'm only 19 years old, but I want to be impressing people from the off, and I think I'm capable of doing that. But yeah, take my time, building, learning on every fight, and I want to be in a similar position myself in the not too distant future.
And how's the relationship going to work with you two? Actually, Ricky, I'll ask you first. You know, some parents are too involved. They're in the corner. They're, you know, speaking all the time. They're wanting to make the decisions. It can be frustrating because they know the game. What's your role going to be here? We know Matthew Hatton, of course, involved with the training team as well. And
yeah, well, I think I'll be involved in all aspects because I'm his dad, you know. But at the moment, I'd rather sit back and just, you know, keep an eye on everything. I know he's in fantastic hands with his uncle Matt. His uncle Matt and Campbell know that, you know, I'm only down the road, you know what I mean? I'm on speed dial 24/7 if they want to pick me brains, which they will do, you know, and everything like that. And I think it's a real happy meeting. He's in such a fantastic position where, you know, he's got he can take advice off me, you can take advice off his uncle Matt, you know, and you yourself added to the team. We all, and Sky Sports, we all move forward as a team, and you know what, there's so many brains you can pick if you're ever short of any advice now with the people that you've got behind you. It's a fantastic position for Campbell to be in, and yeah, I'm happy to just sit back, you know, and watch him and make sure, overlook everything and make sure everything's all right. And you know, he's got a good trainer in Matthew in the gym, you know, great team behind him in yourself. That goes without saying. And it's very, very exciting times. Very exciting.
One final question for you about Manchester. I mean, we still have never seen the fanatical support that you had from that city again. You know, again, the older generation that were there with you in Vegas, the younger generation, probably their kids as well now. Yeah. Another fighter to get behind, and you hope the city really embraces him like they did with you.
Oh, will do, because I mean, it doesn't need me to say to anyone, you know. There was no way he was the Milkman's, was he? Look, that's my son, innit? You know, from the way he talks, you know, from the way he fights, from the way he acts, the things he loves, you know, and. You know, and you can just way he talks. He must have mentioned Manchester about 12 times already. He's so proud of his home city, as I am, and so many great nights that have been there, you know, over the years, you know, with, you know, Mancunians and the last one, obviously, Anthony Crolla, that did the city so proud. But, you know, there's nothing to dislike about my son. I think me and his mum brought him up in the correct way, where he's confident but respectful, he's aggressive but calm. And the fans will like they followed me, they'll follow him, and they'll follow him not because of his dad, but follow him for Campbell Hatton, for the person he is. And it's very exciting times. That Blue Moon bell is going to be ringing again, and yeah, it's going to be a proud moment for me. And no reason, you know, I filled the Manchester Arena, I filled all these arenas. There's no reason why he can't do the same, and I think he will. Given time, like Eddie said, you know, there's a few speed bumps along the way. When I first turned professional, you know, I was very aggressive, and Billy Graham needed to say, listen, calm down and tweak me style here and tweak me style there, a little bit like they've done with Conor. In my early day, I was aggressive. I was getting cut left, right and centre, so I had to slow me style down and stuff like that. But that's what learning is. And he listens, he learns, and he takes it. And he's like a sponge, and that's why he's improved in such a short space of time, like he has, because he takes the information on board and then he learns from it, just like Conor Benn's done, like I did in my career. And that's pretty much that's what happens for all of us, isn't it? You know, you learn as long as you take it on board and move on, and he'll do the same.
Campbell, your dad's one of the best after-dinner speakers I've ever seen in his comedy.
And one of the best after-dinner eaters.
Are we going to see that from you? Not tonight.
Yeah, he talks a fair bit of bollocks and all that, doesn't he?
I'll say the same thing about my dad, but any sort of hidden agendas with you? A bit of a karaoke man as well, you know, like your dad, or are you going to be a bit more low-key at the Christmas party?
No stranger to karaoke once I get going.
And finally, Campbell, welcome to the team. We can't wait. I know Sky, the Zone, so excited for the journey. What can the fans expect from this journey of Campbell Hatton? It's going to be a long one. Like I said, you know, in the meetings we've had, nice and slow that first year. We're going to box you all over the country, all over the world, give you a chance to develop as a fighter. But it's going to be exciting. We should get people to get on top of this.
Excitement. Yeah, I can't wait to get going. As soon as they see me in the ring, they're going to know it's a style that they'll take to. The aggression, but also I like to think and box as well. So I think it's a style that the fans are going to love.
Well, we can't wait, mate. Welcome to the team. Ricky, thanks for everything.
Pleasure.
Paul Dodds, Paul Speak, and everybody as well involved with the Hatton team, and of course Campbell. Get on this journey, get excited. We're going to have a lot of fun here. This kid could go all the way, and if he can, you're going to see something very special in Manchester and across the country. So the glory days are back. Campbell Hatton turns professional in early 2021. Thank you very much. We'll be back for the main press conference shortly, and we'll have a photo up here with the guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is something that comes along every now and then in generation, and it's special.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free, impartial advice on all your debt.